Hi guys, welcome to my channel Education Worry, and in today's video going to talk about single most important thing, that is the rules of subject verb agreement in English grammar. Must incorporate and while writing, while speaking this English language. I hope you will see to this video and please watch it till the end because this is going to be very interesting. At the same time, you will check your score that out of 10 what is going to be a score there, right? Like accordingly you can judge that how much do you know about this. And if you're new here, so I'm glad that you have decided to join us. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to it. And without any further ado, let's start the video.
Before I begin with the first rule, let's try to answer the question which is there on your screen. The question says either you or he dash guilty. You have got two options here, is or are, right? So you got 5 seconds to answer the question. Can think and can choose one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, the right answer would be is here. So the rule says if two subjects, that is noun or pronoun, are added or connected using the words or, nor, either or, neither nor, then the verb is used according to its closest subject always. Try to remember that. In the above sentence here we have got two subjects here, you and he. But the closest subject to the fill in the blanks is he here. So surely, for sure, we'll be using here is. Now we can understand the same rule with some more examples here. So here's the next example. The next example says neither he nor I dash guilty, right? So now it's quite evident that my second subject is I here, which is close to the fill in the blanks. So for sure, instead of using are or am, we should not be confused, rather we should be using here am. So neither he nor I am guilty, right? If you can just give a twist to the sentence, and if we make it interrogative, and if you write it like this, dash you or he to blame. Now in this sentence, dash you or he to blame, we have to think that which one is the closest to the fill in the blanks here. So you is the subject which is close to the fill in the blanks. For sure we'll be using are here. Yes, the are should be the right answer. I hope you understood the rule. Moving on to the next rule now, which is second in a row, we're going to know about all three person pronouns. What if we get all person pronouns in a sentence? First person, second person and third person. So what should be the sequence of it? Here are the three sentences in front of you. Choose which one is the correct one. Again, you got 5 seconds to answer the question. Save with your options. I'm going to tell you which one is the right one. So time is up now. The right option is the third one, which says you, she and I are going to attend an important lecture. Now, what is the rule here? If we get all three person, first, second and third person in a sentence, so we should have right sequence. The right sequence says second person, third person and first person at the last. That should be the right sequence. Because of that, the first I have used you, and then I used she, and then I used I, which is the first person in the sentence. So this makes the correct sequence. If we get all three persons in a sentence, so first thing first, we have to put the second person, then third person, and at last first person. Now moving on to our next question. Here it is on your screen. This is one of the most important questions, so go through it very carefully and try to answer the question. The question says the captain and the coach of the team dash sacked. Is sacked, are sacked. You can take your time and answer the question. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Now you can see that the captain and coach of the team is sacked. This is the right answer. Why? Because when two singular nouns join by and refer to the same person or thing, the verb is always singular. let's change that and try to add the for the second noun also, and then try to see whether it will take singular verb form or plural verb form. So let's change the question. The captain and the coach of the team are sacked, right? So this is what the difference. Why? Because in this case, two different individuals, two articles need to be used, where you see that before the word captain the is used and before the word coach the is used. It means it is referring to two people, whereas in the last question where we have tried to solve that, there we see only one article used, that's different article used before the first noun, that is captain. So the first question says the captain and coach of team has been sacked. It means it is referring to one person, whereas in the sentence the captain and the coach of the team, the captain and the coach, it means it is referring to the two people. That's why it will take plural verb form. So the right answer will be the captain and the coach of the team are sacked. The captain and coach of the team is sacked. This is what the difference between these two. Now let's move ahead and try to see the next rule. Now moving on to our next question, that is question number 5. Here it is on your screen. You can see that everyone dash selfish, is selfish or are selfish. Now I'm giving you 5 seconds to answer this. You can take your answer with you and then I'll tell you the right answer there. So 3, 2, 1, time is up. The right answer should be is. See that the word everyone, it seems that it's referring to a group of people or it's referring to everybody there, but it doesn't mean that it will take plural verb form, because that comes in the category of indifferent pronouns, and indifferent pronouns like everyone, each one, someone, somebody, no one, nobody, anyone, anybody, somebody, they're always singular. They always take singular verb form. So if it is everyone, if it is everybody, if it is any indefinite pronoun, it will always take singular verb form. So the right answer should be is here. Moving on to our next rule, and here we go with the next rule. Now here comes the next question for you. So if I give you this and ask you 5 gallons of oil dash required to get the engine running, in bracket for option there are two words, was or were. 5 gallons of oil was required to get the engine running, or 5 gallons of oil were required to get the engine running. Now you can take your time and can answer the question. Right, 5 seconds done. Now you see that 5 gallons of oil, the right answer should be was. I'll tell you why. So let's answer the question first. 5 gallons of oil was required to get the engine running. Why? Because if you talk about a singular verb form, that is usually used for units of measurement or time. If I take another example of it and if I say that $10,000 is enough for this car, I'm using is. $10,000, that seems to be plural, but that will always take singular verb form, because it's referring to what? It's referring to an amount here which is fixed, right? Similarly, I can say that 20 minutes is enough for you to finish your paper, right? Again, 20 minutes, that seems plural, but that is what referring to the time, and time is fixed here, so it will take always singular verb form. Moving on to our next rule in the row. So here comes the question in front of you. So the question says the student or the teachers dash present in the class. Your options are is or are. Read again, try to find out what should be the verb form here, singular or the plural. Right. So the right answer would be the student or the teachers are present in the class, right? Now, so what is the rule behind it? So rule says When a compound subject contains both a singular and a plural noun or pronoun joined by or nor, the verb should agree with the part of the subject that is closest to the verb. This is also called the rule of proximity. Now, moving on to our next rule and try to see whether we are able to answer the question or not. Meanwhile, you can count your scores also. So here is the question in front of you. So this time you have two sentences in front of you. A number of students dash going on the trip. A number of students dash going on the trip. Your options are or is. Now the second question reads out, the number of students dash going on the trip. Options remain same, that is and are. Now you see, you can take your time, can answer the question. I'll count 5 and then I'll tell you the right answer here. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. See, in the sentence, a number of students, the right option should be are here. A number of students are going on the trip, because that is indefinite number here. Whereas if we talk about the number of students, so here the, that is referring to the different article, so here the numbers are fixed. That's why we'll use is here. So right option for the second sentence should be is. So the sentence will read out like, the number of students is going on the trip, whereas in the sentence, a number of students are going on the trip. So this is what the difference. So a number of, that is some countable noun, is always plural. The number of, that is some countable noun, is always singular. So this is what the rule says. Moving on to our last rule, but not the least. So you can see, take your time, take your score and try to answer the question. So here comes your question in front of you. So the sentence says, some water dash needed, is needed, are needed. Next question in the row, it says, most of the money dash lost, was lost, were lost. So take your time, see whether you have to use singular verb form here or a plural verb form, and then I'll tell you the right answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, time is up now, so you can see the right answer here. Some water is needed, whereas in the second sentence, most of the money was lost. Now, if you see these examples, in this case, we can see that water and money are uncountable nouns. These cannot be counted and plural form does not exist for these words. Considering this, the verb are singular in nature. So here with the discussion of 10 questions, now you can see that how many questions you have got right. You can comment below here that what was your score out of 10. Hopefully you'll go through all these rules. If you want to note it down, you can note it down and try to use the sentences while you speak, while you write, while you share your views, and at the same time try to practice that. I hope you learn out of this video, and please subscribe my channel for many more videos to come. Till then, keep learning and keep enjoying and stay happy.